today. Okay, we are on YouTube, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We can get started. Okay, welcome everyone to PieDAO development call number 6. Happy to have you here today. Michael, noise aside, if you'd like to introduce yourself, you can feel free to go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just kind of dive in. So we have, as was mentioned in development call number 5, we've been working on the Svelte Pools app and a number of other things with the smart contracts, updating them to be in parity with Balancer and refactoring them so that they are not hitting the maximum smart contract size limitations and will be more maintainable going forward. So that work is continuing. We got a little sidetracked with the Balancer token generation last week. It took, again, another 6 hours or so, 5.5, 6 hours to get all of that out. And then we had a number of people questioning whether or not the numbers were correct, mostly because the overall amount of liquidity in Balancer has increased drastically. And so the individual rewards have gone down, all other things being equal. So we had to explain that to several folk and show them the numbers for other people. But I think that hopefully is going to calm down a little bit next week as we get the limitation of pools that receive Balancer rules or rewards in place. So I know Alessio had a vote up for that, and I believe that takes effect, not this disbursement, but the week 7 disbursement, which will be the following one. So hopefully this week won't be too much work needed on generating rewards for new pools, but we'll see how that goes. The smart contract work, I'll let Mick talk about in a few minutes, but I'll give a quick update on the Pools app. It's starting to come along nicely. As you guys may know, Nico has developed a new design for this, which you can see in Discord in the design channel. This is the progress so far with regards to implementing it. We've got a nice little D3 pie chart down here and some information about the BTC++ pool. We have the ability to view all of the information related to the pool without connecting your wallet.
Dan, are you talking about stuff? Because I don't think I hear you.
Yes, I am. Can anyone, Michael, could you give a nod? Can you hear me? Maybe in the chat. Okay, I think it's just you, Mick. Well, hopefully Mick's audio will work out, or you can listen to the update on YouTube after the call. So we have this nice new interface that Nico designed, as I was saying, and we have information like the BAO rewards here and the info, which will be pulled in from the docs site. And we have links out to Etherscan and to QuantStamp, our audit, which work nicely. And so you can see all of the updates in the audits as the documentation site is updated. Check out the contract on Etherscan, all that fun stuff. We've got our D3 chart down here generating based on the allocation breakdown. So that's coming along. And then up over here, we'll create the multi-asset minting view in the next couple of days, and where you can buy it. And then I imagine we'll do a provisional launch while we wait for single asset minting to make it into audit and through the audit process and the implementation updates. We've really focused based on a lot of feedback in not limiting the display when people have not connected their wallet. So right now you can see wallet specific information blurred out. I don't know if the style of that's going to stay or get updated, but once you do go ahead and connect, then you see your balance update. The other thing we've been doing on the back end or in the code is kind of building out a similar interface to the one currently provided by Embark Labs and their Substack product, which we like a lot, but we don't really like Web3. And unfortunately, Substack is married very tightly to Web3. But the choice of RxJS and the observable pattern is a really good one. And so we wanted to follow that, and we're moving with that as closely as possible. So hopefully shortly after this is done, I'll be extracting that into a package and releasing that. And anyone who wants to use Substack but would like to get all that functionality with Ethers.js instead of Web3 will be able to use our version of it. And so I plan to reach out to their team in the next couple of weeks as they get to that, and just let them know about that effort and see if they're interested in any sort of cross contribution. So that's basically it on the update. I was hoping to, as you see in the results column, have a fully demo ready version of this done by today. Unfortunately, that did not happen. It's a couple days out yet. And so I will shoot to have that fully demo ready version for next call. And maybe we'll even be getting very close to the launch on that to replace the current websites that we have in place right now. So that's it for the update on the pool management. If you are watching this later and you're interested in getting involved in the front end development, I'd love to show you around and show you what we're doing. You can check out the pools.piedao.org repo as it's updated, and you can see how Svelte is working and how we're working with RxJS and observables and linking into that whole ecosystem. So hop into the Discord development channel if you'd like to talk more about that. There's a Discord link at the bottom of our site that's in development, and all of our current sites, including PieDAO.org, if you're not already there. So that's it for the update on pools. Mick, would you like to give an update on the smart contract refactor?
Oh yeah, so it's now mostly done. It's a little behind schedule, but that's always bound to happen when you do stuff with Solidity.
Massive refactor of Solidity, yep.
Yeah. It's actually turning out pretty nice now, and I went a bit overboard and I had too many files, so I consolidated some of them, threw out all the old contracts and turned it into a single one, which makes it more readable because there's less overwriting. Because yeah, we're not using the other like basic pools without cap or like we're upgrading everything to the latest version, so there's no point of keeping the old stuff around and that. So I now need to connect like to deployments to the new stuff and do the tests and rework like the nut spec to be complete. But otherwise, it's looking quite good. Yeah, I also added like the annual fee option to the contract. So like for more complex portfolios, we might charge an annual fee. So that's nice that we have the option in there now. Some additional features for the circuit breaker, so it can easily in one transaction trigger it instead of doing two. So all in all, it's going pretty well. It's very exciting.
Wonderful. Can't wait to see that next week as we move into audit. I'd love to have you give a deeper dive into the code and the changes that were made and why we needed to make them and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. It's quite challenging because we need to write the contract in a way so we can upgrade the old ones to the new one without taking any like technical depth with you. It's quite fun.
Yeah, we love challenges. Well, thanks, Mick. I don't think there's too much more to talk about on this week's call. We're just kind of moving along with that development and looking to have some major releases in the next couple of weeks. We had envisioned originally that we would be doing a major release in the neighborhood of this week, But it looks like what we're going to do based on the need to refactor the smart contracts, and I believe I mentioned this in the call last week, is just sort of stagger those releases and get everything out as it's ready and capable, so we can provide a cleaner experience to our users on the front end without having to wait for everything that needs to get audited and updated and everything on the smart contract side. So we definitely want to take the smart contracts safe and slow and make sure we're fully audited, and we've had enough eyes that we can be reasonably confident that our own money is not going to be at risk, because most of us on the team have liquidity in these products ourselves. So thank you very much for joining the call. I do not have the POAP tokens ready yet, but I will take a screenshot. Michael, if you could ping me in Discord and just let me know that you're where I should send the POAP link, I'd appreciate that. And thanks for being on the call, guys. This is a short one, but we should have a longer update next week. So everyone, thank you. Have a good day and a good rest.